The Department of Correctional Services, accompanied by the South African Police Service, have descended upon the Matatshe Correctional Centre in Thohoyandou, conducting a thorough search and raid of the premises. The operation, which has just begun, aims to root out contraband, including drugs, cell phones and electronics that have been smuggled into the prison. Over 100 officials have been deployed to assist in the search. Our reporter Koketso Motau is at the scene and he now joins us live. Koketso, very good evening to you. Talk to us about what's set to happen there.
Indeed, we are still here at the Matatshe Correctional Centre, where the Department of Correctional Services, along with the South African Police Services, are actually raiding these cells around here, trying to get those contraband. And I can tell you that earlier on we saw the police and the members of the South African Correctional Services, stripping off the mattresses of the prisoners here, getting some of the illegal items that are actually, smuggled into this prison. But I want to speak to the National Commissioner of the Department of Correctional Services here, Mr. Makgothi Thobakgale, just to find out what is actually happening now and what did they found. And Dr. Thobakgale, thank you so much for joining us here on SABC News. Earlier on, you just started with about an hour ago, and I understand that you also managed to get some of the contrabands. What did you find thus far?
Well, so far we found 21 cell phones with the cell phone accessories. And then we also found dagga. So we're still continuing with the search. We're going to move to other sections.
So how many prisoners are here, and how long is this operation expected to?
Well, in this section, the remand section is 680, and then the whole facility is 2,600, and around 2,600. So we are going to move from section to section. We are targeting particular group of cells. Information that we have.
And then why did you choose this facility today to raid? Did you hear anything? Did you suspect this facility?
It is because of the information that we received. Because we have 239 operational facilities in South Africa. We have 42 management areas. That is a group of correctional facilities. So when we get information that needs us to act swiftly, we move on that information. And that's why we are here tonight.
We understand that sometimes these contraband are actually smuggled by some of your corrupt officials or allegedly corrupt officials who are continuing to smuggle these items such as dagga, various drugs, and the cell phones that you've managed to confiscate today. What are you going to do with such officials, and what are you going to do with this contraband that you've just confiscated?
To start with the cell phones, we are getting them accessed. Basically, we are getting them opened. We're going to give them over to South African Police Service. We have to obviously get the information, analyze it, and see if the information on the cell phones can assist in fighting crime or in resolving crimes. Some of them you find that they're still being planned, so we're able to thwart those types of attempts. The offenders themselves, because during our searches what we do, we link a contraband. If it's a cell phone, we link it to a particular offender. We charge them, we reclassify them. It's a crime. We also open a case with the police, a criminal case with the police. With our offenders, with our officials, we do the same. Because these offenders are going to be taken through a disciplinary process. They are going to give us information that will, in some instances, lead us to officials that are involved in assisting them, either to smuggle or to conceal. Because there are those two different types of problems that we have. If you are an official, you might not have assisted to smuggle a cell phone, but when you see or discover a cell phone, when you know about it, you need to let the management know so we can quickly go take that cell phone out and do what I indicated earlier on. Use the information to ensure that we keep South Africa safe.
Dr. Thobakgale, thank you so much for talking to us here on SABC News. That is the National Commissioner of the South African Correctional Services, telling us that indeed they are going to continue with this, operation today. But I just want to move out of the camera to allow my camera colleague Reneilo Mohale to show you what is actually taking place here. We see indeed some of the mattresses belonging to these inmates being ripped off so that they can search what is actually hidden inside those mattresses. And we see now these are some of the prisoners who are incarcerated here at Matatshe Correctional Centre. This is what is actually taking place now. So earlier on, she also Mr. Thobakgale also mentioned that they've managed to confiscate cell phones. They also managed to get dagga, which was smuggled into these facilities, and they started around 8 o'clock today, just to ensure that they get all those contraband. And he's also mentioning the fact that they got this contraband, or they actually visited this facility because they got information that there are some of the items that are hidden in these prison cells, and we also saw, some of the prison cells, being searched. And yes, indeed, we are expecting it to last until midnight today, where we are going to see, these officials from the Department of Correctional Services and also from the South African Police Services, ensuring that they get those contraband. And he also mentioned the fact that the officials who are actually corrupt, and also assisting these prisoners to smuggle these illegal contrabands are going to be held liable, and they are going to be taken through disciplinary hearings.